Have you ever noticed how certain women almost never flirt in obvious ways? They do not touch your arm dramatically. They do not throw themselves at you. They do not make it easy. Instead, they observe you quietly, like they are studying your awareness. And when you are a man over 50, women behave even more differently around you. They do not want to look desperate. They do not want to appear overly available. They do not want to risk rejection in a way that makes them feel exposed. So instead of direct signals, they ask specific questions. And here is what most men never realize until it is too late. When a woman is genuinely attracted to an older man, she almost always asks two very precise questions. And those questions are not random. They are hidden messages. They are emotional invitations disguised as harmless curiosity. And if you miss them, she will not repeat herself. She will smile, stay polite, and quietly close the door forever. That is why this video matters. Because the truth is, many men over 50 think they are invisible. They believe younger women do not notice them. They believe women their own age have lost interest in romance. They believe attraction is only for younger men with perfect hairlines and loud personalities. But that belief is completely false. In many cases, mature men become more attractive than ever, but only when they understand how female psychology actually works. The real issue is not women. The issue is misinterpretation. It is living your life assuming she is just being friendly when she was actually testing whether you were the kind of man she could move toward. Women rarely express attraction directly. They test your emotional steadiness. They test your presence. They test your ability to notice subtle shifts. Feminine psychology operates beneath the surface. And when a woman starts seeing you as someone she could trust emotionally, physically, and intimately, her energy changes. It moves from casual interaction to intentional curiosity. She starts leaning in without leaning in. She starts opening doors without admitting she opened them. And this is where most men fail because they answer her questions literally instead of hearing what she is truly asking. A woman does not ask these questions to collect facts. She asks them to read your internal state. She wants to know three things. Are you grounded or insecure? Are you emotionally and practically available? And are you aware enough to recognize interest when it is offered? These questions are not about your schedule. They are not about your hobbies. They are not even about your past. They are tests. And the reason they are tests is because women, especially mature women or younger women who have already been disappointed by immature men, do not want to invest emotional energy into a man who is asleep. They do not want to waste time opening up to a man who will misunderstand them. They want to feel that you are present, that you are conscious, that you can read what is happening beneath the words. And if you cannot, she will not argue with you. She will not chase you. She will simply retreat and let you believe nothing happened. That is the brutal part. Many men over 50 expect clear signals because they grew up in a time when communication was more direct. A woman would say she liked you. A woman would show interest more openly. But modern dating, even for older people, does not work like that anymore. Today, women express attraction indirectly because it protects them. It protects their pride. It protects their emotions. It protects them from the embarrassment of being rejected. And here is the quiet, feminine fear, especially with older men. If she shows interest too openly, she worries he will either reject her, or worse, he will take her interest for granted and lose respect for her. So she disguises her attraction as curiosity. She wraps desire inside questions that seem harmless, and the man who is not paying attention answers like it is casual small talk, while the man who is aware understands it is a door opening. Feminine psychology is layered. Women use questions the way men use actions. When a man feels drawn to someone, he offers support. He offers protection. He offers direction. When a woman feels drawn to someone, she offers curiosity. She offers subtle invitations. She offers openings that allow you to lead without her risking rejection. That is why these two questions appear again and again across cultures, ages, and backgrounds, because they come directly from how women experience attraction. The first question is designed to uncover your availability, not your calendar, your emotional availability. She is asking whether your life has space for her, whether your heart is open or closed, whether you are a man who can connect or a man who hides behind routine and independence. She is not asking because she wants to know if you are lonely. She is asking because she is imagining herself entering your world and she wants to know if she would be welcomed or resisted. Women do not like wasting emotional energy, so they test for openness before revealing deeper interest. This first question is her equivalent of leaning slightly closer and seeing if you pull away, and if you respond correctly, it triggers her next step. The second question is even more powerful. It is designed to uncover your direction, not your job title, not your achievements, your inner direction, your purpose, your momentum, your masculine stability. Women do not open to men who drift. They open to men who are anchored, men who know who they are, men who know what they want, men who are not emotionally floating through life. Because when a woman considers intimacy with an older man, she is not just thinking about attraction. She is thinking about safety, emotional safety, energetic safety, the feeling that this man is solid, and that he will not collapse when life gets uncomfortable. This is why these questions matter so much for men over 50. By the time a man reaches his 50s or 60s, many women assume something about him. They assume he has already lived most of his emotional life. They assume he might be tired, closed off, emotionally numb, or unwilling to build something new. And that assumption makes women hesitate unless they feel certain that you are still alive inside, that you still have hunger, that you still have purpose, that you still have standards, that you still have energy. These two questions are her way of checking that, softly, quietly, without pressure, without risking rejection. They are nearly invisible, but they are extremely powerful. And if you miss them, you miss the moment she is opening a door. And once that door closes, most women never open it again. That is the truth. So let us reveal them clearly. Question 1. Do you spend a lot of time alone? It sounds harmless, but it is not. It is her way of asking, is there room for me in his life? Is he emotionally open or emotionally sealed? Does he have space for closeness, or is he locked inside his habits? She may phrase it differently. Do you usually go out alone? Do you keep to yourself? You seem like a man who enjoys solitude. Is that true? Are you seeing anyone, or are you just doing your own thing lately? And you need to understand something. This question is never asked without emotional intention. A woman does not ask this question unless she has already imagined herself near your life. She is not investigating you like a detective. She is checking access. She is checking whether your world has a door for her. Most men answer too literally. Yes, I am alone most of the time. No, I have friends. I stay busy. It depends. But the truth is, the literal answer does not matter. The energy behind your answer is what matters. A woman is not listening for facts. She is listening for warmth. She is listening for strength. She is listening for whether you are bitter, lonely, closed off, or grounded and open. If you answer with bitterness, she feels danger. If you answer with insecurity, she feels weakness. If you answer with arrogance, she feels ego. But if you answer with calm confidence, she feels safety and attraction. A powerful response sounds like this. I value my peace, but I always make room for good company. Or, I enjoy my routines, but I am open to something meaningful. Or, I like my space, but I am not closed to the right woman. That kind of answer communicates self-respect without loneliness, openness without neediness, strength without coldness. And when she feels that, she often asks the second question, the one that reveals deeper desire. Question 2. What are you looking for these days? This is never casual. This is never innocent. This is evaluation. She may phrase it differently. What do you want at this stage of life? What direction are you moving in? What are you focused on lately? What are you building right now? And if you think she is asking because she wants to hear your career plans, You are missing the point completely. She is sensing your internal movement. She is sensing your masculine direction. Because women do not desire perfection. They desire presence. And presence is revealed through clarity. A man who knows what he wants is rare. A man who knows what he will and will not tolerate is rare. A man who has a purpose beyond chasing women is rare. And that is why this question matters so much. When you answer with confidence, she feels possibility. When you answer with uncertainty, she withdraws. Because uncertainty in a man does not feel romantic. It feels unstable. And a woman will not move toward instability if she has emotional intelligence. So what is the correct way to answer this question? Not with a resume, not with a speech, not with desperation, but with calm clarity. You might say, I am focused on building a peaceful life, staying healthy, and sharing it with the right person. Or, I am looking for something real, not rushed, but genuine. Or, I want a woman I can respect and build with, and I do not waste time on confusion. When you speak like that, you trigger something powerful. Because she realizes you are not begging. You are not chasing. You are selecting. And selection is masculine. Selection creates polarity. Selection creates attraction. Most men over 50 never fully realize this. Women are not testing your money. They are not testing your hairline. They are not testing your age. They are testing your awareness. They are testing whether you are alive inside, whether you are grounded, whether you have emotional structure, whether you have purpose. And these two questions are the clearest tests she will ever give you. Do you spend a lot of time alone? What are you looking for these days? If you learn to recognize these questions, you will never again wonder whether a woman is interested, because once she asks them, she is already emotionally leaning toward you. She is already imagining closeness. She is already exploring intimacy. She is simply waiting to see if you have the strength to notice it and lead it. And that is the difference between men who stay invisible and men who become unforgettable. Not looks, not money, awareness, presence, calm, masculine clarity. So the next time a woman asks you one of these questions, do not answer like a nervous boy. Answer like a grounded man who understands what is happening. Because she is not asking about your life. She is asking whether she can enter it. And if you respond correctly, you will feel the shift immediately. Her eyes will soften. Her voice will change. Her energy will move closer. And you will realize something that most men never realize until it is too late. She was never just being friendly. She was testing whether you were the kind of man she could desire. If this opened your eyes, comment the phrase, I see the signs. Because women do not test your words. They test your awareness.